Okay, so good evening, everybody. If you're just joining in, you're welcome to yet another amazing day. Awesome, huh? Who is this chief entering this place? I think I know this person. Hey, this is your name. It's giving. It's giving luxury. It's giving luxury. So please, if you can hear me crystal clear, kindly let me know. Okay, so as soon as you're coming in, kindly. Oh my god. How you doing, Mama? Now, how is your community doing? Enjoyment, all of it, all of it. Let's just more. Okay, let me see. It's my Susie. So thank you so much, everyone. I'm so grateful for the 30 minutes grace you all gave me. Like, one of the things I realized was that normally my Thursdays are very busy. I just try my best to just squeeze myself in. But today, I seem to have gotten one little job like that at my church. Thursdays are my service days. So I still found a way to make sure that I don't come so late. But my kids just did not let me. And my husband was not around. So I had to just lean in. So how is everybody doing? Kindly just let me know. Thank you so much for liking the live. Please just keep power tapping. We want to see something. We're going to find out who is the moderator of the day. There's something I found out today, that if you power tap the longest, they will officially give you a post to moderate. Like, you literally moderate the live. Moderating the live means that anybody can click on your name. So you realize when we normally would say, oh, it's not clickable, if you power tap long enough, YouTube will give you moderator. That means everybody can go from my page to your page when we're done. So let's just see if it works for how many persons. Thank you so much for coming in. So please let me know from yesterday's classes, how did it go for you? Like, today we're going to discuss something really, really quick. I just want to make sure that, because the people who submitted their CVs earlier, yeah, I just realized almost nobody was thinking metrics. Nobody was thinking metrics. Power tapping is like this on your screen. Just keep tapping on your screen. Good evening, happiness. Good to see you as well. Okay, yes, it's tapping on your screen. But there's something I realized, right? With this YouTube live, before you have at least getting to the 100, 200 people coming into your life, you must have streamed, like, I don't know how to say it now. You must have streamed for a stretch. I'm talking about hours, 10-hour stretch. And I'm just asking myself, I don't really like what other people are doing. Like, if you go to other people's life, you just see somebody playing something. They will put one live, what do they call it, one video, and put it on loop. So it will just be doing like this. The same thing, they will put it for the whole day. So that's how eventually when you come, you see 200 and something. The algorithm now favors them. So I'm just saying it just in case you guys see me do any of something like that. Me, I cannot do that one like this. I'll just find a very good Phoenix Gates event video, especially when we did our recording for audios. Those times when we used to do for 4 hours, I'll just find them and loop them. That's what I plan to do. Hi, Dio. Good to see you. This is the first time I'm seeing you here as well. Thank you so much, everybody. So let me just give a little bit feedback. Most of the CVs that I saw yesterday, yes, please do it. Or if you want to increase your life capacity, it's called life capacity. I used to think that Anyway, if you have very good students, of course we are like 50 in the group, but people are just lazy, right? But if you want the algorithm to favor you in the sense of showing you to other people, you have to do live stream back to back in a stretch. So sometimes you might even just turn on your camera and leave it like that and be doing other things. I can show you guys much more later. That will be for another thing. For those people who are planning to grow their YouTube, you can do what do they call it? You can turn on your green screen and just put a cartoon or a video and leave it, or you can go to Restream, connect your Restream and leave it. You need to do 10 hours batch, like back to back. Maybe if you do it in 7 days, before you know it, you'll just be seeing all those 800, 1,000 people coming into your room. That's what they do. So it's not really a big deal for her, but you have to romance the algorithm. So everybody just, like literally all platforms, they just want you to stay on their platform. Nobody cares anymore. Okay, so I can see Sophie Walker. Good to see you. Sophie is also, if this is your first time I'm seeing you on our lives, how you doing? What do you do for a living? Introduce yourself. Dio as well, kindly just introduce yourself. Then Maria, good to see. Hey, I have missed Maria, sincerely. Where have you been? What have you been doing? Right, please let us know. Okay, so like I said, from the reviews, I was hoping that everybody sent in, like I think when I announced it yesterday, I said we should all send in our what's the word? We should all send in our CVs before 12 noonday. And there was only one person that crossed it. And the person that sent it, I checked it immediately. In fact, from the beginning, I already saw from the beginning, I already saw that a lot of people didn't pay attention to their metrics. Literally almost everybody. You're just saying that I do this. How many people have you done it for? What was your results? Like, did you measure up before and after? So I'm grateful to God that we are all here right now. So maybe we might start. Oh, I'm so sorry, Sophie. Wait, are you on LinkedIn with all of us? How didn't I know? Because I'm very good with names, so. Okay, awesome. So I really apologize, Sophie. I'm so sorry. Maybe you don't comment often. Please, so if you're on this live, comment. Let me be seeing you. Oh. Me, I like knowing people. Relationship is more important than anything, right? Okay. Thank you so much. I really apologize. Please comment. Or if you're on this live, comment. Relationship is more important to me than anything. Like the main currency is. Oh, awesome. So as you come in, just introduce yourself and what you do. Definitely, I'm sure other people would want to work with you when they see whatever you are. So I can see somebody who's already a full stack developer. I'm sure that there are lots of people seeking to work with people that can develop. Okay, so awesome. So as I was saying again, one of the main things I noticed, at least from the CVs I was able to review between yesterday and today, there is no metrics at all. You guys, that means you're not measuring growth. How are you going to measure growth? Let's say you're a virtual assistant and you niche down to social media management, or you're a social media manager and you want to work with somebody and the person tells you, give me your, what do they call it now, your portfolio. Is your metrics. So even in your resume, find ways to put in your metrics. I was able to work with this person when he was at 0. I opened an account for 20, 50 persons. We're able to get them to reach about 5,000 followers on each account, LinkedIn inclusive. That is very detailed. Some of us, our CVs were so bland. It's like something that anybody could write. And I was just wondering, yay! See our HR official, she's here. I hope you're hearing me, madam. I think for tomorrow's class, I will just add you up so that you just be contributing. I didn't know you were going to be free. If not, I would have brought you up. Okay. So most of you are not paying attention. Like I said it again, I think this was what part of my points yesterday. You must learn to count your blessings. For me, that was how God taught me that, right? You must learn to count your blessings. So it means that for every win, some of us are doing excellently well, but we don't know because we're not paying attention. So you've not even noticed that your impressions have increased, or you're now doing better on LinkedIn, or at least your page that was initially 0, you have now moved to 500. Well, that's the good thing about LinkedIn and the people of LinkedIn that I love a lot about, is that we know how to celebrate even the minutest of things. So I think somebody even accused me one time when I was celebrating something. I was celebrating a certification, and the lady just came at me and saying, even this easy thing you are celebrating. I just said, I say, madam, if it's your own and it's not easy, or if you do your own, please don't celebrate. Just allow me, or give me chance. So I know you know the song that is coming to mind, right? Give me chance, let me praise God. So literally, this is us always consistently keeping tabs. I mean, I'll say it again, there's something a lot of people don't know. Even if a client reaches out to you and it ends up not working, keep documentation. I'll say it again. Even if clients reaches out to you and then it doesn't work, let's say somebody reaches out to you, you even went through your onboarding session, you guys spoke, you people even discussed money, and the person ghosted, keep your documentation. I'll say it again. Every single time you have to interact with people, it's always easier for you to I don't know, every opportunity you get to interact your vision, you get better at it. You definitely get better at it. So that's why, as much as possible, the number of person who reached out to you on a particular, let's say, that's why every single time we talk about our 40,000 attendees. Yes, we had 40,000 people register for our events, but not all 40,000 came to the event. But guess what? At some point in time, 40,000 people said, yes, these guys are doing well. Oh, we know them. Oh, we associate ourselves with them. And that's one thing you must make sure you do. That's why a lot of you, your CVs are just empty. You are just, up to now, you're still writing the school, your primary school, your secondary school. It's not like it's bad though. Please, like I said, it's not bad. But as much as possible, let it be relevant to the job. Sometimes you don't even have to put, like me now, when a client onboarding that I did today, one of the things I did was, it was simple. I didn't even want to talk about, the surprising part is that he knew me about, I think, 5 to 6 years ago. In fact, I almost worked in his clinic, like the Canada branch of his clinic. When he came back to me, he was now telling me that, what do I think? I just told him, sir, no. As in, for the sake of this conversation right now, I'm not speaking as a medical doctor. I'm speaking as the president of Phoenix Gate. And these are the things I can help you do. This is even somebody who knew what I used to do before now, or what I could offer. And then I knew what he would have done. Most of those jobs, it might not afford, as I don't know, I don't think I would do well, like being paid the kind of money that probably they will be paying to my colleagues. That's why I was telling you guys that there must be a balance in whatever you do. Develop the business aspect of everything you do so that you can offer your services. If at a certain point your services are not, maybe you're not probably selling your courses or something and you're taking a break, you're working with a client. If you're not working with a client, you're raising other people's business. You're already raising, let's say I'm a HR personnel right now, and then I've gotten a job and my contract is elapsed. I should not be hoping and waiting until my contract elapsed. I should see myself also getting some deals. Yes, getting some deals, training people. So I've told you guys already, this is me probably repeating myself again, but I'll be going deep into our conversations for the night. But I said 3 main pillars, right? It's either you're doing business in the sense that you are also raising, or you are selling your services, right? You're selling your services. Let's say you're a virtual assistant. Now that is a service, right? So you're working with people to bring more people on board. So the business of it is to teach people. So that's coaching. For virtual assistant, the business of it can be coaching, that's raising other newbie virtual assistants, or you can actually bring people into your network. That's your community. All of them are under business for you. But then you can also do the service aspect where you work with a client, literally. So that one, they give you the job. When your contract elapses, you should be making money from another place, right? Then I spoke to you guys about courses as well. While you're working, you're paying attention to all the errors that would have happened. Maybe let's say in this your onboarding, you notice that you charged too cheap, and then the work that you did, you were worried. You go back to your drawing board, work on your pricing so that you're able to give your life to the next client. So in fact, if you're always working around the clock for other people, let's say those periods of lows, that's one thing I noticed that a lot of people are not paying attention to. They think that they always want to be high. I mean, you're moving from one client to the other. No period to sit down and think through. No period to develop your courses. No period to plan maybe a launching campaign. you now be thinking that you're failing. Some of you, I'll say it again, this is me probably hitting the nail right on the head right now. I'm saying that this time that some of you think that you have, you actually don't have time. You just don't know that this is, you're actually supposed to be doing something else. And let's say I'm a web developer, and I've not started maybe giving my services, or people have not started paying for my services. But you cannot take my gift away from me. I'd rather build a community and start teaching people web development. If people think that they cannot afford me, and I want to drop down the price and attract many people, but offering them community, but with an exchange. So some of you who are coming in tonight, you shared the post, and you don't know, sharing posts is a very serious thing on all platforms. It means that you endorsed me somehow. That's what sharing the post is. So you learn to also pay attention. Like we said, when you create resistible offers, learn to decide what your exchange can be depending on whatever phase you're in. Okay, so this is me probably just trying to summarize all that we've done so far. But if today is your first day, we have gone far. If today is your first day, let me do like elevate me. If today is your first day, we have gone far. I said we have gone far. We literally took baby steps from day 1, day 2, day 3. Hot takes that you need to sit down and just copy it. By now, all of the people who are currently in this camp, they know their target audience, they know their brand persona, they know their brand statement, they have their communities. Even if it's one person you've been able to attract into your community, I said it again, you're better off. Set a meeting time. Plan an event. I told you guys by the end of this our challenge, I will host an event and everybody will speak. Literally everybody will speak. It was you I'm coming at. Say something. I want to know, how is your clientele right now? Have you been getting people on board? So like I'm saying it again, pay attention to the different aspects of business. When one is not working, don't be crying over spilled milk and don't throw in the towel, right? I think that was the song, the post I posted on my TikTok today. We have come too far to go back now. So all of you that are thinking that, oh, see, you don't know what business people are going through. Even that your boss that was paying you monthly salary, you don't know what he's going through. So because you started entrepreneurship, you think it should all be rosy. And I'm saying it again, it is okay. Entrepreneurship means having opportunities to build and then learn to recoil and fire again. So learn to know your seasons. For me, like one of the things I noticed in my last my last cohort of monetization bootcamp, they provoke me, oh Jesus. So emotionally, I just told myself, Kai, I don't want to handle people as in closely and feel like they are supposed to show up because they paid. That was why I decided on this 30 days monetization challenge. I was going to be doing it every day. And guess what? At the end of the 30th day, bonkwem, never again. As nobody will see me like this talking with people, except I'm going to be coming here to grow my YouTube channel. I'll just come here and be catching crews, whether it's to do silent live stream or anything, just catch crews. So at the end of the month, they will pay me, or I will just on my live stream and just walk away and leave it so that people will just come in. Like I told you guys, YouTube favors people who stream longer. So if you're looking to grow your LinkedIn, your YouTube accounts, please stream longer. It's just that you're going to see mad people entering your life. You know the way they will enter here, they will say baby oil. You just see many crazy people come to your life and following you because they know there's a circle of cruisers. For me, that's one thing I'm trying to avoid. I want anybody who is probably subscribed to me to be people who are going to benefit from whatever it is that I have to offer. Okay, so know the phase you're in your business, and guess what? You are never free. If you're at your workplace, the best thing I'm going to tell you right now, if you're at your workplace, get very close to management. See how they pepper your boss. For some of you who are still working in regular jobs, carry their pressure on your head. You now understand, maybe when you now transition fully into your own, you see that it's not everything that glitters that is gold. The fact that money enters your account doesn't necessarily mean that everything glitters. So maybe this is your 1 month of becoming an entrepreneur. It's already putting pressure on you. Please guys, it's a marathon. It's a long-term thing. So I told you guys, at the end of these 30 days, essentially, I will not have any direct interaction with anybody. Anybody that will come for any course, this I will do day one. On day one, I'll post the day one link for them and give them assignments. the only thing I'm going to do at the end of this challenge is that I'm going to bring out workbook. So instead of the way I've left you people, I told you guys, so if you're just entering this life for the first time, you're supposed to submit all the assignments from day one by Sunday. I told you guys to submit ordinary CV that you've been carrying all your life, because some of the CVs that I saw, I knew that this cannot be a recent CV, but still it took people 50 years to submit. By Sunday, please, everything about your setup company down to your community, you're going to submit it. Submit the number of people that have said yes to you. If you've had one meeting with them, so if it's just one person that joined your group, do a WhatsApp call, or whatever platform that you brought them in, do a WhatsApp call and tell them that you just want to meet them. Just love on them. You can even tell everybody to drop their LinkedIn URL so that you can go visit them. Anything I've told you, if you're going to be a teacher, you don't want to wait until the module is ready. Just encourage them. Those 5 people might be all you need for your next cohort of students. So having that meeting, so like I told you guys, I like the way I'm feeling. The whole essence of bringing, at least, even if it's one person that filled your form and came in, you are going to be accountable for that one person. That's exactly what I was saying the other day. And it's part of gratitude that one person who has joined you, you're able to say, okay, since we're not so much right now, I can literally attest for the person's movement. Part of the offerings you can give them, or part of the gift you give them, is to turn on your notifications for them as well, so that anytime they post, you just show up and just give them that encouragement. Then you can even decide, after planning your curriculum, I've told you guys how to plan curriculum, you can even plan 30 days content calendar for them. You can even say that, oh, I'm going to be announcing the fact that I and my virtual assisting community, we're about to start a challenge. Start to give a date. See, you just have to step out. I think it was Happiness Sunday that did one amazing post today. I had to share it, right? If you don't step out, nobody will believe you, and you can't blame anybody. You have the skills, and so you're in a new ground. Even when I showed up on LinkedIn, I was just saying, see the people that are going viral. If you go on their post, you just be saying Jesus. So this is all this person will post now, and everybody is doing that. But the truth is, LinkedIn rewards people who stay longer on the platform, like I said it yesterday, and then they also reward people who they reward shares. So if most people share your post, you find out that your post is likely going to do better. If it's mostly newbies, it's also going to affect your post. If people who are old akewu, that's the word my tribe means, old hand, if they share your post, you also see the difference. And then, but another factor is that you're being available online. I'm sure my post would have really done very well, but because I was very busy today, there was literally nothing I could do. So let me see what some of us are conversing before we start our proper meeting for the day. Okay, so please, if you can see me and hear me, kindly help me confirm that you can see me. Let me know that I'm back. Okay, so please, if you can see me and hear me, kindly help me. Okay, yes, so I think I can see myself. Confirm that you can see me. Let me know that I'm back. Okay, so please, if you can see me and hear me, kindly help me. Confirm that you can see me. Let me know that I'm back. So I think I'm back. Please confirm. I'm so sorry about that. It's from my end though. Awesome. Please, can you confirm that you can hear me? I think I've seen a lot of people come on board. Let me see what is going on here. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for that confirmation from the group. Okay, so like we said, as Okay, sorry guys, I'm coming. Okay, so tonight when we're discussing, right, we're going to be discussing a whole lot around our positioning, and so that when we are going to be writing or rewriting or touching up our little profile, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk with we're going to be discussing based on positioning on LinkedIn. So this is me telling everybody who is currently on this live right now, if you're not on LinkedIn, please, we don't know you. If you're not on LinkedIn, please, we don't know you. As much as it's within your power, please ensure that you are on LinkedIn. So if you can hear me, say you can hear me. Oh God, and it's like the live started all over again. Okay, no problem. I'll just continue the conversation. So like I said again, if you're a part of us and you're looking to get some of those international remote job opportunities, please be on LinkedIn, because some of the practicals that we'll be doing will involve LinkedIn. So if you are here and you don't have a LinkedIn account, please just write don't have a LinkedIn account if you are here, so that I know the kind of people I'm working with. Okay, we're able to push on through other places, but so like I said, if you're here and you don't have a LinkedIn account, please just type you don't have a LinkedIn account. If you are here and you have a LinkedIn account, please type I have a LinkedIn account. Just type I have a LinkedIn account. Let me just be sure that this whole network thing, they were working on the lights at my place, so that was what happened. It tripped off. I normally use the Wi-Fi because it's faster, and once the light is off, the Wi-Fi goes up. So I'm so sorry for that loss of time. I hope I've not discouraged anybody, but like we said, we're going to be very, very fast. So one thing I noticed about some of the profiles, a lot of people were busy saying what they were. And I mean, we've been talking, except maybe, like I said, you people just probably, because I said CV, you just packed the whole CV that you've always had and you just packed it and sent it my way, or you dropped it in a group. Like I'll say again, it's much more advisable that for every time you want to communicate, I think that's even one thing that God taught me. Was it like last 2 weeks or last 3 weeks? Like every time you want to have a conversation from you being the giver. So if you want to write anything, aside from the fact that you should infuse storytelling, you must be seen trying to think about whomever you want to work with. You're supposed to look at them first. So rather than saying I'm a social media manager, you should break down whatever it is. Let's say your information. Of course, there's a place for writing your job title. There's already a place for that, in the sense that you write your job title and the year. But writing what you do was what I did not see. There was no metrics. There was no how you improve the ROI, yes, return of investment for whomever you worked with. It's very, very important when you're communicating like that. Like I told you guys, see, we're demystifying all these things. It just simply means that we want to show people that we care about them, even in our CVs, even in our profile, what do they call it, our LinkedIn profile. Now, there's something that I've noticed a lot of people do. Once you realize that your LinkedIn profile does not match with what you wrote, your job description, or on your resume, or on your CV when you apply for jobs, it's already a huge red flag. So you have to choose one. So like I said, initially when I came around, I would always scream I'm multipotent, totipotent, all of them. But I realized that the more I write epidemiology, which is what I'm doing now, in fact, I'm currently doing my master's, right? I'm deep next project. Some of you were part of my research and all that. So you know that I'm deep neck into it. But then, just so that I don't confuse people when they come to my profile, they should not be asking, what again do you do? I mean, if people come to your profile and they read through it and they still have to ask you what do, you now know that you actually didn't do enough justice. So I'm saying it again because I know that a lot of us here might have written a breathtaking CV, but whatever it is that you wrote in your CV, it's not even anything close to what you said you're offering on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is like the universal landing page right now. So for people who have not yet curated their portfolios, of course, we're going to also discuss that sites for curating portfolio. Most people will use Canva, then there's Wix and a few other sites, right? But usually, LinkedIn is the one that is generally accepted, in the sense that, in fact, it's part of your your statistics, or yes, or your, what was the word now, it's part of your bio. That's the word I wanted to say, bio statistics. It's part of your bio. So, well, actually it's biostatistics because it's you, so it's actually part of your bio. So the first part, your LinkedIn URL and your LinkedIn your LinkedIn name, whatever it is that it represents you, is actually supposed to be on that first place where some people put all those number, emails. It's not usually advisable to put phone numbers and other private things, but a lot of times people will say, okay, email is quite acceptable. But this is essentially what I want to talk about this night, right? If your LinkedIn profile is not answering the question that your CV wants to answer, you're already like this. So that's why tonight I said I was going to dwell a little more on our LinkedIn profiles, because some of us, even after reading your LinkedIn profile, there is no personality, there is no humanness. Maybe as I'm speaking, if you have a spare phone, just go to my LinkedIn and see if I will not take you to through a journey. Like from my about, if you start reading, I will take you through a journey of all I've done in the last 1 year on LinkedIn. But you think you're looking for jobs, and you don't think that some of these people, there are times when companies get desperate. So for the people who filled out the job, that's the, what's the word now, for the people who filled out that form this morning, the person was just desperate and told me that the person who was working on that particular position just traveled abroad, and they need to get someone, they need to replace somebody urgently. I'm sure she just remembered that, okay, I talked about job hunt challenge. That's why she just reached out. If not, what they will normally do is they will probably just go and click on LinkedIn, on their LinkedIn search bar, and start searching for social media managers, or they'll start searching for people who talk more. So your ranking on your search bar will be based on how often you talk about. So that's what I'm saying. If you're here up to now, I know you guys, a few people have improved, but if you're here up to now and you still don't create content around what you do, how are you even going to be ranked? I don't understand. You want to get clients on websites, but you don't want to make the sacrifice to at least give out one knowledge per day. You don't want to make the sacrifice of using, at least like we said, for everybody who is currently in the community, everybody in the community who registered, who has followed through the first class, already have a 30 days content calendar. So all you have to do is, if you said they sent you, let's say ChatGPT sent you the first batch of the 30 and you're not comfortable with it, you're supposed to reprompt again onto probably your coins or whatever it is that is available for you to eventually see the one that you really like. So it's not like the first thing they send you, you just adapt hook, like, and sinker. You can probe it over and over again until it gives you something nice. You can take it from ChatGPT to Grok AI. You can take it to DeepSeek, take it to other AI platform, Gemini, Meta AI, and then compare them. Anyone that sounds prompt you to be a little more humane, right? You already have it 30 days. Like I said it again, based on the fact of we even positioning ourselves for inbound lead, you have to also have contents that are representing what you said you're offering. That's how you'll be seen. That's how you'll be seen. And of course, your visibility will change over the years. Like for me, currently on Favicon ranking, I rank very high for epidemiology because that was what I came in with. In fact, I shared medical posts. I did medical posts every evening. It's actually what I'm supposed to be doing. But as soon as I'm done with this, my 30-day challenge, that means my teachings are now automated. Anybody who wants to enter my classes, I will just say, oh yeah, from day one. When you get to the end, the only thing we'll probably just do, we organize an event at the end of the 30 days. We'll just do it in batches, organize an event for everybody, and then they go. So it means that now I'm free to live my life, right? Setting up Phoenix Gates independent of myself. But before you get there, let me explain it to you. I know that you are 50 things in one, right? But normally you rank higher with things that you generate content for. So if you're here and you probably didn't show up yesterday, I've told you guys other ways to ensure that your content is going out. If the algorithm cheats you because you're very busy, your newsletter will not. So that's part of the things we said yesterday, and I did not see anybody in yesterday's post. So this is me probably going back to some of the things we spoke about yesterday. I've not seen anybody, I didn't see any post today introducing the name of their newsletter. So I'll ask again, if you have a newsletter, type yes. Let me be sure that I'm not talking to myself. If you have a newsletter, type yes. Let's just know the people, so that I know the people that are the movers. So the only people who are moving with me, the only movers and shakers are people who are doing assignment. Like I said, it's not hard. So what I'm going to do at the end of these 30 days is I'm going to create workbook for every day, so that I'll be able to be catching people that will do assignment and people who will not. Maybe I'll even start from next week. So like we said, everybody is submitting on Sunday. So let me know, please, if you have a newsletter, just type newsletter, so that we're very, very, very quick, very, very fast. So while I'm waiting on you guys, these are my chiefs that don't used to touch phone. Please, you guys should not sleep. Oh, me that I have 50 children, I'm still awake. And I have degree in sleeping late. So please don't sleep on me. Don't sleep on me. Let me do TikTok for you people. Please, don't tick on me. Tap, 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 tap. Okay, so let me go ahead and continue the conversation. So I told you, every single time you'd want to come on board for anybody at all, if you want to work with someone, I've told you guys, these are my personal revelations. I didn't read them anywhere else. I meditated my way into most of this knowledge that I'm going to be sharing tonight, right? Where necessary, I will tell you where I know that something divine happened, and this is it. Like I said, most times when you want to work with people, you are living whatever it is that you want to do for yourself, and you want to become them. So your LinkedIn profile is not essentially about only what you're passionate about. So the people who came late, we already talked about how we can merge all three, how to niche down effectively, and we talked about how you can niche down severally. But whatever it is you want to do, you want to make sure that your profile is optimized to whatever role you're likely going to be, what you're going to be applying for more often. So you always start with your pain points. I help your target audience pain points. Please, no matter what you do on LinkedIn. So I'm saying this now because a lot of you would have to go and optimize your LinkedIn profiles, because that is where a lot of the job opportunities are going to be coming from. Of course, part of the our coursework as well is affiliate marketing. So guys, I got you guys, all of you, I got you, so that we also make money on the side while we're making money from working with people. So affiliate marketing is also part of the business I was telling you guys about. So now this is it, essentially what I was discussing, right? You would want to make sure that your headline answers the pain point. So just think psychology. Even in your resumes, be emotional. See, there's a prompt I'm going to share with us tonight at the end of this class, where you will just get hooks. It's going to be all manner of hooks. In fact, you prompt ChatGPT to give you a hook, an emotional hook, a psychological hook, a converting hook for what you offer. Sometimes you might not know how to say it in such a way that people will feel you're irresistible. Like for my about session, I had to sit down one night. I sat down and said, no, I want anybody who will come into my profile, who reads my profile, to be able to, as they go down to the end, they shouldn't question if they want to work with me. So essentially, even part of my resume today, when somebody asked me for it, I got a client from Canada today. I sent my LinkedIn profile with all gusto, because I knew that everything I'm doing there is what I am offering you. So I don't even have to start saying, okay, I have a different portfolio site. Is that your LinkedIn is also part of a major portfolio. And because they know that people are very public with their LinkedIn, they know that you cannot lie on LinkedIn. So it's easier. You can lie in portfolios, right? It's possible. Well, somebody says people lie on LinkedIn. I understand. It's possible that people can lie too. That's your own prerogative. But for you, being able to post consistently, even if it's daily on LinkedIn, is already a part of a portfolio. So for those people who are social media managers that I saw, and you were busy writing social media manager, instead of you saying what you did and the number of posts. So if I was a social media manager, like I would always tell my community guys, right, I would rather say, now if I want to create a post, I will write that I've written 365 content in the last 1 year. And for me, it's even worse that, because some days I posted 2 times. Some days I posted 3 times in a day. So on an average, I even have more than 365 posts if I have showed up on LinkedIn every day. So you can see that this is your showing up that we're begging you to show up. People who say they are social media manager, people who say they are content creator, your own profile is also part of your resume. So it's not about you just saying, okay, this is what I can do. They will oftentimes tell you, yeah, send your own. So it's more like, okay, save thyself. So you can see that it's not just in this generation that statement will always come up. People will also want to know what you did for yourself. And then part of the cheat sheet as well, that I've seen a lot of people discuss. This one is not entirely my own ideation, right? I saw somebody talk about it. Is that if you're a social media manager, open 3 different accounts. Open, in fact, 4 or 5 accounts. Use them as your case study, right? Build them. Give yourself 1 month. I'm going to be posting, if you like, post the same thing on all 4 or 5 accounts, or reposition those contents. At the end of 1 month, you're going to calculate, I went from 0. Give it different names. So I'm talking to the virtual assistants who are doubling as social media managers. For websites, guys, like we have Mr. Dio, you might want to set up an account or set up several websites and drive traffic, optimize them. So you don't just wait until you have a client who would ask you for, okay, show me, can you send me the ones that you have done so far? No. You set up 5. So social media, so I'm already giving assignments. If you're a social media manager here, I am going to ask you for the 5 different accounts. You can even post the same thing all across, but give yourself a time. Measure your growth. Okay, I'm going to be posting this every day for the next 30 days. I'm going to measure the growth and see. In fact, you can even use it as for research purpose. You just maybe prove to people that even algorithm doesn't have sense, because something maybe that you post in account 1 that might go viral might not go viral in account 2. So you can even, in fact, that alone can position you as an expert. And I've told you guys, expertise is nothing. All of you that are still scared, sincerely, I don't know what to do with you. If I hear anybody sounding scared in my atmosphere, sincerely, I will not be happy with you. I've told you again, your major fear is because you're not stepping out. It's nothing. So if you feel like it's so much that you don't want to try with human beings, okay, so I'm a medical doctor, so I literally know the triangle of safety. So I know the triangle of safety. Okay, so there are certain places in your face that you're not supposed to touch, even if you have boil or anything. If not, it can spread. So this is me also saying, if you're saying that you don't want to put your client through the stress of guesswork, how about already creating those accounts and you start working on them? Share the same thing you share on your profile, you can share across, or you can do something else. Let's say you're learning all those skills that we learned with on our videography. Like I said, we have a complete course for thumbnail and graphic designing on this platform as well. So the next thing you might want to do is to just sit down, study how you can what's the word now, you can start creating some of those flyers and you're posting it there. Let's say one account will be majorly about you, the other accounts might just be text based, but you are keeping those documentations. So for the people who are business analysts and simulate portfolios. Just imagine that somebody sent you a message and told you to work on something. If you cannot simulate portfolios, the next thing you might want to do is to reach out to people, reach out to founders. Okay, like I told you guys, so that you don't get weary. One of the things I would always suggest is that you give deadlines to your free services. If you're going to give free services for 3 days, you would tell them outrightly, I want to offer this particular service because I will be needing this in exchange. So it's face off, like, I'm going to help you for the next 2 weeks. For virtual assistants, please try not to make it long because you can be wearied. And some of you, when you start getting weary, you just used to disappear like goats. So, and the problem is that when you now probably start disappearing and the person literally needs you, that job opportunity obviously will not come for you. Instead, you have just attracted one other person who will talk down on your skills. The person will just say, all these people, just forget them. They don't really know what they are doing. So like I said, the most important thing is to what? Especially in your headline, attack people's pain points. So what you're going to do is, usually I help your ideal clients, then their specific problem. I help. So for me, if you see mine, I've coached. I try to do it as past tense, establishing that I am not going to be learning on the work. I've done this, right? So every single time I write 750, like I told you guys, my goal for this month is to get to 1,000, right? So that I will change. So you can see how hey God, oh GB. You can see how you are not free if you're actually thinking of whatever you're doing in the perspective of your metrics, you're being able to have a bragging rights. You're really not free. So like I said, part of the reason that made me normally my monetization bootcamp, you can ask some people that are here, they know it's charged though. It's not free. Hey Joe, it's not free. Oh, I used to say it is not free. But because I told myself by the end of May, I gave myself a goal for my first quarter. I'd run at least, I think I'd run like 3 to 4 sessions of my coaching classes, and then I knew that I needed to meet up for this last one. I told myself, okay, I need to meet up that by the end of May, I'm going to have coached 1,000 students. That was why I decided that, okay, since I'm growing on YouTube as well, let me use one stone to kill 2 birds. So the goal, like I said, is that so that I meet up, because I'm also looking at portfolio. The problem is that most of us, we behave as if money is the only means of exchange. And if you were around when we did concept of money for the Phoenix Gate, you know that we said that fiat currency is not the only means of exchange. So it means that at the end of May now, if I do my work very well, and you guys will do your own work very well as well. I've not even seen anybody mention me. Very few people. Happiness, I've seen Happiness do that severally, and then I've seen one other person, I can't remember now, and to that I'm officially saying I'm very grateful. You guys are helping me meet my goals, and all the people who shared the post as well today, thank you so much. You're also helping me meet my goals, because I noticed that another batch of people have left interested. So I'm literally going to go back there as soon as I'm done with this live today, because like I said, my goal is to hit 1,000 clients. So nobody, like when I had an opportunity to work this particular client that I'm working with right now, all I had to tell him was that I'd worked with 750 clients. Whether it's free or paid, it's nobody's business. I tell you guys again. Of course, there's also, that's not all low. There's also a place in your CV where you talk about your cabal, right? And I was very lucky. In my first bootcamp, I had somebody who made 2,000 times what she paid. So calculate 2,000. I think then I charged 25. Yes, 25.20. That's what I charged for the first bootcamp. So you can calculate it already. So that means I have billionaires in my cabal, okay? And the person currently, as we speak, is now part of a lot of advisory boards. So that is also part of my, what do they call it, my resume. So if I want to write it, if you notice, if you read my headline, you see that I wrote it, make 8 figures in 3 weeks. And that's even me trying to be modest, because 2,000 times 20 is more than 9 figures. I think it's even 10 figures. And the person told me outrightly, she didn't hide it. Okay, so this is me saying that everything that will make your resume stand out is on your hands now. So even when you don't have a so-called physical job, so-called, because you already have a job, you just probably don't know, you need to pay attention to also improving your community, your cabal. So even when I was talking with the person today, I told the person outrightly, I have a community of 1,500 members. Whether they are active or not is their business. But at one point time T, people have joined my community, and I have evidence. Okay, one of my groups is 1,000 plus. I have 300 plus. I have another 300 plus here. In fact, even me saying 1,500, I'm trying to be modest. All of them, I'm just trying to, so that people will think it's a hard thing. But I've told you guys, I raised the community for somebody in 3 days, 350. So most times when you're doing things like that, it means that another 350 persons have seen you and said yes. That means they know about you. If somebody asks them, do you know Dr. Vivian-Magnus? Do you know about the Phoenix Gate? Even if they are inactive, they've passed my life event at one point, and it's still part of your resume. So that's what I'm saying again. If you think that you are not having any job, just think again. So like I said again, for your headliner, I help. So we're going to check tomorrow. So for part of the assignments today, we've given 2 assignments today. So please, if you heard the first one, let me know. I would always come back to listen, because I was a little bit disrupted by the change in power supply. But like I said, the second one will be, all of us, you go now to your headline. Let us see if a primary 5-year-old comes to your headline, can they say outrightly that this is what you do? So a friend of mine, God, I know, I think I can be petty sometimes. A friend of mine today was celebrating somebody whom he helped grow his account from 1,000 to 2,000 followers in a month. And when at first I was even very confused what the growth was, because I didn't see that it was metrics he was celebrating. The first thing I saw he screenshot the profile as one, then he put the second one side by side. I was not saying, these two things are the same graphics. These two things. This was what I was telling myself until I realized that, oh, it was the number that they were talking about. Guess what I figured out? It was number, but the man's headline was literally the same thing. So I heard things like him saying that he was a business analyst, something. I'm not sure that's what he wrote. So for if you're a business analyst here, be a queen, I'm so sorry. But I realized that the person was using bogus words. The person was not even saying like what he does. In fact, somebody should be able to see your profile and say, yes, I think this is what I need. I need a coach. Yes, I need a coach. What is it that the coach will help me do? Oh, I need visibility right now. Okay, so this coach is going to do that for me. I've had people just come into my profile, into my DMs, and tell me that, oh, that they want to gain visibility. Me, I've structured myself in cohorts. I've really worked one-on-one with anybody, right? Really. But what I've decided to do now is work with companies. It's better for me, and it's better financially than for me to work with anybody and say, okay, I want to give you visibility as a person. So if you don't come into my cohort, there's literally nothing I can do with you, right? So that's essentially as well what I'm saying. So one of the things you're going to say is you're going to write, you help your target audience, call them by name. For LinkedIn, there are essentially two sets of people. It's either you are an entrepreneur or you are a professional. That's it too. If you're niche, you cannot call them out. But like I said, if at this particular phase in this program, there's no way you cannot call out your people by name. There's no way you cannot call out your niche by name. You already know your people, so you call them whoever you're offering help to. Like for me, I wrote mine was startup entrepreneurs and as well as business people, because like I'm looking at, okay, if you've not started your work, I got you. If you've started, I can help you scale. So if you notice, I wrote all that. So part of the things you're going to write, like I said, one term I read somewhere was that the person said Monday morning problems. Just think of all the stress you probably will go through anytime you think of Monday morning, all the stress that is accrued to it. Maybe break down your niche to the Monday morning problems of your niche. Okay, so if people are for website person, you should be talking about conversion. You cannot be selling I help you do website. You cannot be selling it. If you say I help you do website, my dear, you know that you're on your own, because you're not telling me my pain points. What do you think? Okay, so let me ask a question now. Let me make it as interactive as possible. If you know the pain point of your own niche, please just type it now. And see, you people must type. Oh, if not, I'll end this live before somebody will come in and say I'm talking too fast. Okay, so tell me the pain points of your particular niche. Quickly, let's go, so that I am very fast. Like I said, for tonight, we'll just go through profile optimization so that everybody but like I said, it will not be your regular profile optimization classes like people would always do. I'm not, like I said, I am not growing for any platform, God forbid. I'm looking at people who can represent even in time and space as well as online. That's my own goal. In fact, when I went on TikTok, I think it was yesterday, I was part of a live, and when they gave me mic to talk, when I saw what the people were doing, I mean, you have up to 200 people, 300 people come into the room, and all you're saying is tap. Okay, buy this, buy coins, buy this. I'm like, hey, is this how people are doing it? So somebody from morning to night, and the worst part with those TikTok guys, they stream from morning to night. In fact, as I speak, some of my community friends, they will be sending me link that I should come and gift them money. And I told myself, in the long term, it might seem like it's good that people are sending you money in the long term, but it's not sustainable. It's not reproducible. So if your LinkedIn growth, yes. So as I was telling you guys that story about how I was yabbing that person, yes, I said when I saw on his post, he had not even improved his headline. It means that he just grew for nothing. Everybody just came and say accountant, yay, that's all. He didn't say what he could help people do. So it meant that growth. And on LinkedIn, you're better off positioned before growth. you are better off positioned before growth. Because if you grow before positioning, the thing is, on LinkedIn, right, if you grow before positioning, LinkedIn is messy. Sincerely, I'm going to say it. Most people will not tell you this, right? It means that whatever growth you had in the past is an old growth. So you see some of us with big accounts, 20k followers, 30k followers. We are no different from you. Anybody who has known us has known us. The only difference is for you is that sooner or later somebody is going to know you. So the question is, do you want to be rackety and all hopeless and helpless when they know you? And it's very bad, because first impression matters. If people already knew you to be rackety, it will be very hard for them to commit any amount of money to you or get you to work with them. So I've said it again, one of the first things you're going to do is you are going to type, I help your ideal clients. Then you state categorically their pain point. Let it be clear. Your offering and how you are going to, what you're offering and how you are going to offer it. So if you see on my own profile, you see that I wrote through community building. My business model is through community building. That's why I like life very well. Through community building, I talked about podcasting. So in other platforms it will be podcasting, but on YouTube and on LinkedIn you can call it streaming. So you guys can call me a streamer. I'm just joking, but I literally stated how, and then with basic business wits. Okay, I've told you guys 1,000,000 times, like I've spent 2 decades in the business field. I've done business all my life. Anybody who reads my profile will know that I can offer that. So initially my medical doctor in my headline was huge, but when I saw what I needed to probably start working on, or what I needed to start doing, I had to remove it. So like I said again, not all qualifications, right? The best thing I can do as an owner, of course, the DR, it's not beans. If anybody thinks it's beans, they should come and try it and tell me, because 15 years is not beans, right? So I still do healthcare content writing on the side, and that's usually when I'm free. But for now, at this particular phase in my life, I'm just consumed with growth, how I can help people, and so my coaching comes very top. So I don't want to confuse people. Once people come on my profile, they know exactly what I'm offering and how I am offering it. Yes, somebody might say, oh, you're giving yourself out to your competition. So be it. But the most important thing is that anybody who now comes into my DM, you're not asking me, can I get to know you? Can I get to meet? In fact, the last time somebody did that to me, I said, Madam, sorry, I'm confused. I spent time to optimize my profile so that you wouldn't have to ask this question. Is there any reason? Is it that this is what was what I asked her? I said, is this a template you copied and shared to me? So if you came here and probably this is your first time, please, so because we said this is our jump hunt week, don't go and copy one, what do they call it, one generic message and you spray it to 20 people. That's why they used to lock all of you out. Oh, that's part of the reason why LinkedIn can sometimes seize your presence. Please don't do that. If you share, they consider it as spamming. If you want to do that kind of thing, go and have their premium. Even premium, I'm not even sure if it's enough reason for you to enter anybody's what do they call it, DM anyhow. So that's why we always talk about content creation, because in content creation your leads will come to you. So that's exactly what happened today. So some people will say, oh, I don't have to create content. So it means that there are lots of people who are currently going into people's DMs who are using Salesforce and all that, or DM marketing, right? LinkedIn DM marketing. But me, I don't use that because I didn't pay for, I've not used up my first premium pay, and then I don't know, premium is like it's something thousand per month. I'm coming first. They are going to collect my money, but it's not now. So if you can afford that, please pay for it so that they don't ban you unnecessarily. Okay, so I told you guys, make sure that your headline imitates a Monday morning crisis. Let literary people be emotional as soon as they read your headline. If you've never made money, in fact, part of the one I use every time I want to probably sell a course, I change my headline completely. I go straight to the point. You've never made money on LinkedIn, yeah. So that's what I would do. So pay attention to what you're doing per season. So for some of you who notice, the link in my bio used to be a link to a form where people get to meet me, but now I made sure that in my, what do they call it now, my feature session, that's where the link to join the community is. But in my bio right now is a link to my YouTube, because it's obvious that it's also a very major. I'm currently curating my course, and I told you guys, please curate your course on the go. Sometimes all you have to sell is your first class, right? In fact, sometimes you might not even sell your first class. That's where the place for live classes is very important. So you sold the course and you created the course as they are coming day one. You create your course for day one. Take it as easy as that. Don't say until everything completes. Even your books, I told you guys, even for the people in my community, I think I worked with someone and I told her outrightly, you can sell, offer what do they call it, chapter 1 at pre-order. You can sell it, or you can give it to people for them to just buy. So you don't have to wait until everything is complete. Like I said again, the most number one killer is what? Procrastination. So some of you are saying until it gets excellent. My post, I want to make sure that I've gotten it in graphic designing. Oh, my video editing has to be top notch. That's exactly where you are. Unfortunately, people get better as they do, whether they do it behind or they do it in front. Sometimes all the insults, all the dragging, all the laughter, all the mocking that people are going to give you might spoil you. So today, I think it was early hours of the morning, one of my friends just chatted me up. She sent me a message. She's a pastor. Well, we've been in the same climb for the longest, right? And then we've had different ideations when it comes to praying and selling our services. One of my arguments was this. I argued with her. I said a lot of people are lazy. That's what I said. People want to wait until what's the word? Until their stars align, and that they are exactly our problem. So imagine that everybody currently in this cohort is active. Do you know that we can even get to that my 300 goal in less than 3 days? But because a lot of people, the people who are not active, they're the ones making us work at twice as hard because of their laziness. But then, like I said, it's not a problem. It's also an opportunity for us to make more money, right? When people eventually share us with other people, because other people are sleeping. That's why my model has always been, anything I know, I teach. I don't even care. Even if you're in my niche, I teach you outrightly, because like I said, we have a lot of population of people who are not doing so well. So the more your light shine, you give us hope, and then you give other people hope that it's literally going to be better. Okay, so like I said again, back to that discussion. Yes, so one thing I realized was that the guy didn't optimize his headline, so his growth was like a wasted growth, because nobody really saw his headline and realized that, oh, I'm interested in this person. So the person essentially was just celebrating numerics. And I've said it again, please put it somewhere in your mind. A growth before, as in a formal growth is no growth on LinkedIn. That's just the truth. When you start becoming very busy, they will hold your neck. I think that was my newsletter for Tuesday. LinkedIn will hold your neck. It will even be worse for you. It will be as if you never grew. So all the people who are probably in your circle will just be people whom you blessed before. I can say it, for the past 3 weeks I've been very busy, because curating this course content, many other things, building on other. I think I have more than 10 platforms right now. I think I wrote it out on my TikTok right now. Yes, my today's post showed the number of accounts that I have. So my distraction is distracting. So, but LinkedIn will not say, oh, because you're getting to almost 20,000 followers, we should just pity you and now a star. There's no star power on LinkedIn. So please, guys, if you want to grow, make sure. That's why now I'm emphasizing this, so that you're not saying, maybe when I get a client, that's when I'll optimize. Go and optimize your profile right now. Okay, so for optimizing, the next one will be your profile picture. I'm telling you about this, the psychology around this posing sideways. I'm telling you. I found out that people like all those people that do side. Even me, I have the side, but I never use this. So I'm also planning to have a gradual profile photo change. Those ones, it gives you this kind of, you can see that I'm already doing it. You think that, look at this hot babe. Like a little smile, but not like your profile picture, you're facing me like this, you're doing it means you're literally open, and I don't know, it doesn't give that, okay, I've got stuffs for you. So this is actually me quoting a psychological report, right? Outrightly. In fact, I'll drop the name in the community, the name of that psychological report. It shows that people who give this, there's this stance, of this side stance above the waist, up, professional photo. So if you are here, you have not had your, you're a professional photo, please go ahead and take it. There's currently, all you have to do is type, or at when you take your professional photo, take it for rating. There are AI rating. All you have to just do, type on your Google search bar, type AI rating for a professional photo. You see it come out. The goal is to score at least 80% or 8 plus, depending on the particular one you find online. I don't want to be specific. If I find the one that I would normally use, I'll send it to us on the group. But please rate your profile photo. So this is another assignment. I've added it. Pass your, just type AI rating photography app. Just write it, AI rating photography app. Just put it, just prompt it, this is my photo for LinkedIn profile, rate it for me. You just find out, let's know if what they rated you, whether you made it to up to 2. And I told you, there's this site slant that works everywhere. You see, I can even call names. People like Zoe, people like what's this girl's name? This lady now that is making so much waves right now on LinkedIn. I've forgotten her name. But if you see that pose, you see that side pose, there's a way it gives that madam's. So if you're here and you're planning to actually do if you're here and you're planning to take a professional photo shoots, please ask for that pose. This one, like you stand akimbo. No, not akimbo. Akimbo is like this, with your folded hands, and then give it a side slant, giving some part of your future, not like if forward future. Now I'm saying it again for people who will literally be going for photo shoots by this weekend. I would love to see it too. Please ensure that your camera person is also a very good person, right? Okay, so let me just see if there are other things. So again, another very most important one is the psychology of color. For me, if you see that's my headline, that background that I put on my headline, if you see me comment anywhere, you know that I'm the one. In fact, I cannot just actively change it just like that, because it's something that everybody has known me with. So that's one thing you might want to do. Some people even attach their colors to their names. It kind of brings some memory for them. Yes, okay, so awesome. Thank you so much. I love what you're doing in the group as well. I just saw it. I like gossip. See, I'm here and I'm there also. So please, I think, please, somebody should help me now. What's the name of this other girl that is very famous on LinkedIn now? And if you check, I know Zoe is one of them. And if you see Zoe, you know that her profile photo did justice. It gave her that madam presence. That's one thing you should do for yourself. Ensure that your profile photo is giving you a presence that, I mean, like, hey, you know the lions then. For how many of you watch business speeches a lot? I don't know what's the name of the one that they called the Nigerian version. So please make sure that you're prepared. Anybody who sees your photo should know that you're here for business. So for those who are doing like this, who are pouting and doing all sort of, please give yourself deadline. In the next 2 weeks, go for a photo shoot. Normally people would business folks, it's normally advisable for we business people who are also building our personal brand to have at least one main photo shoot yearly. Some people do photo shoots quarterly, but me, I'm sorry guys, I might not be a what's the word? I might not be a role model for you people, because I've told you guys, if it's the way I am, I'll snap 1 million times. But this particular phase that I am in right now, in fact, before I had this class, you need to see how we were just running, all of us, before I finally sent them packing. So that's also part of the reason. But if I want to tell you everything that's in my mind, I'm certainly sure that you will not see me like this, even like this. And this thing was right from when I was small. Certain things, you can never catch me on fresh. It's an attitude. Okay, so I've said it again. So when we went from, so far, this is what we have discussed, our headline. Make sure that anybody who reads your headline enters your DM quickly to say, okay, let's get to work. The next will be your profile photo. I've told you, I've shown you the particular one, that particular stance. If you think I'm joking, go and check all the top voices. Now, I'm not talking about people who grew before pandemic. There are some people who came to LinkedIn at pandemic. Those ones, LinkedIn was just pitying them. They did not have people on the platform. So you see that even if you post one thing, I think I had an opportunity to speak with on-chain rights. For some of you who know on-chain rights, he said that what the algorithm is doing now was not what it was doing then. That then they will just write drop and they will run away. and they will have all the followers people were following. That's why they have 100 and something. And if you see all of these people that have 100 and something, even when they ghost and they come back, and they don't come back in one kind of dramatic grand style or telling one story or the other, you see somebody with 100k plus followers with 20 likes and comments. LinkedIn doesn't care about you. I'm just telling you now. Now, the reason why I'm emphasizing on LinkedIn for the beginning of this job search hunt is because almost all platforms will ask for your LinkedIn profile link. Even me, sometimes if they don't ask me, I used to give them, because people just believe LinkedIn is just once, like one account forever. So somehow it's the most trusted platform. They just believe that people are likely not going to scam, right, if they are going to use LinkedIn. So then the next phase will be your feature session. For some of you who have not who have created the irresistible offer so far, so this is when you're going to use it. Make sure that your irresistible offer with big prizes, please. Like, one of the things I will tell you is, when you're creating your irresistible offer, go to ChatGPT, prompt it. You know, the international pricing for your niche. Don't do your bomber mindset. Just the international pricing for your niche. Go ahead and prompt ChatGPT and ask for it. Tell them that they should tell you what an average person in your niche charges. Go curate an excellent flyer. If you want to pay for it, because your feature session is going to be forever, right? If you need to meet somebody who optimizes profile, please meet them. Pay for it, right? Once you pay, you pay for that excellent flyer, your graphics, your banner and everything, right? Once you pay for it, it will be easier for you to convert high ticket clients. So I'm saying it again, by the time you browse on ChatGPT, just tell it what is the average for your range, what you should charge, not what your heart can carry, what you should charge. Then put it on your feature session under work with me, something. Just put them that. It's not like you put flyers and write $1,000. So no, you put it back end. So when you've created your irresistible offer, right? Once you've created your irresistible offer, put the link. So either if you want to use a Google form, use a Google form. The standard price, like let's say an HR personnel charges $1,000 per client abroad to hire for people. Put it in that link and just put it there and leave it. Just leave it there. That one will do conversion. Those ones are what we call the inbound leads. And trust me, there are people who will probably just check your profile and just come to your DM and tell you, okay, I saw this price on your profile. How much are you likely going to charge me if I decide to work with you? Okay, I want to work with you. I know that you're an African, whatever. Is it possible that you probably will just lower this cost a little bit for me, because I have somebody who can as well do the same thing? You find out that you will not be arguing price. That's what I'm saying. If you have not created your irresistible offer, I'm telling you the truth, you're the one who is shooting yourself on the foot. And don't be angry, virtual assistant, when somebody wants to pay you 50k. You do not have a set out plan. You don't even have irresistible offer. You don't even have packages. So how you want take do am? So now that's what I'm saying. A lot of people are complaining that they are underpriced, but the problem is that they have not put a price tag on themselves. Okay, so put your booking link. I told you, in your booking link, that's where you should attach your price tiers. So if you're somebody, you're a public speaker, and you want to put money to your public speaking, all your public speaking range, put it there. In fact, your rate card should be there. This is me even telling myself, at least I've qualified for public speaking. Your rate card should be there in such a way that once anybody clicks it, in fact, I will not even tell you, there are certain people that on LinkedIn, when you click those links on their feature session, they will even tell you to fill a particular form. If you cannot afford above $10,000, they will just cancel whatever speaking engagements you will have with them. So I'm telling you some of the things that you need to put in place before visibility, because when your account starts growing and you are not already properly defined, all the first people who meet you is lost. And I'm not saying this thing I'm telling you out of my pain. In fact, that's the reason why I'm taking this class myself. I know a lot of people who can do this, who are known on LinkedIn to do it, but I'm sharing this from my painful experiences. You can imagine having about 40,000 people passing through you. Even if I want to do the percentage conversion rate, at least 2.5% is a poor conversion. Up to 25% is a good conversion. It means that on an average 40,000, I should have had like nothing less than, let's say 2.5 for 40,000. That's like 8,000 plus. I should have had 8,000 plus clients who would have just submitted to me. Rather. But because I was not ready, some of these things I'm sharing, even the people who are calling themselves LinkedIn influencers, they don't even know. So sometimes me, when I'm reading people's posts and just watching, I'm like, I knew. And like I told you guys over and over again, this is more like business suites. It's not something that anybody can study in school. And even LinkedIn, the platform will not tell you all this, except you already have a de novo mindset for making money. Okay, so we said, please, your feature session, at least put 3 items. You can put your post, any of your posts that did very well there. You can also put how to work with you. You can, well, the thing is, if you already have a graphic, or you can check people who are top in their niche, and not just top in their niche, who are doing very well, whose carousels or whose feature session tells a story. Yes, find people whose feature session tells a story and copy from them. Don't just copy anybody. Even me, don't copy my feature session. I'm not even proud of it. I've just been super busy, but I'm not even proud. Hey, okay, so they are warning me for my battery. Okay, so I'm saying don't even copy me. Get people whose feature session tell a story, so that as you're moving from one feature session to the other, including your portfolio, your reviews. So for the people who are part of our monetization, bootcamp, we don't play with reviews in this place. As soon as you work with somebody, you tell them there's a review session on LinkedIn. Like I told you guys, what I would do is maybe tomorrow I'll just take us through that. But I'm even also scared, because if these guys here, I don't want to call their names, if they see any form of personal information of me, make I speak broken. Sorry guys, if you're from other countries, I apologize, but I'm going to speak broken, because some words also trigger, make them they watch us. So they then get police for here. Them get YouTube police. If you they talk about sharing some, if you even this reposting where they talk, if you talk too much, then feel just take out your content. I don't experience them already, so I'm sorry if you don't understand this. Don't worry, I'll explain when we're using Restream. But this direct one, they monitor it a lot. Okay, so we have gotten to our feature session, right? So the next will be our about, right? For the about, I'm going to get the particular prompt I use. I prompt ChatGPT to give me. If you read my about, oh Lord, even me, I used to be happy. In fact, what I started doing lately was that I will copy my about and put it in my comment section. And I literally, when people read it, there's literally almost nobody. In fact, the impressions, now there are comment impressions. So for those people who post and just leave only your posts, you just post and leave it, you're playing with fire. Add like 5 comments, because each of your comments has impression. So I've even checked one of my posts. I almost had 1,000 impressions on my comments that had my, what did they call it, that had my about in fact, that's part of the practices. I was very busy today, that's why I didn't really spend time online, but that's normally part of my practice. I want to post my about on my comment section, so that when you come to my comment section, you're not confused about what I am offering. And because I prompted ChatGPT very well to give, I added sassy, I added emotional, I wrote psychological, so that when anybody reads it, it will literally take them through my journey. So by the time you read it, in fact, I've always known that a lot of people stalk me for strategies, right? But when I now saw ChatGPT say it, I say, yes, I didn't even know how I was going to write this before. So if you see my about section, I wrote, your coach low-key stalks me for strategy. So it just gives off this, this girl knows what she's doing. In fact, the first time somebody reached out to me, an international client reached out to me on a one-on-one basis. When I wrote my about section, I just copied it and wrote it as the introduction of my Phoenixgate portfolio. I have a Phoenixgate portfolio. Like if you want to work with me at Phoenixgate, everything from my mission, my vision, my about, that's as Phoenixgate as a company, all that we have done, down to our price there, so that if you just ask me for it, I send it to you. I'm not even arguing price for you. So if you now chat me up again, that means somewhere in your mind you can afford it. So you see that if you develop most of these systems, you'll be less discouraged. But a lot of us, people will just come, they'll pass by your profile, nothing is happening. Even on WhatsApp, you're not even gingering, you're not even telling people about what you know, you're not even gingering, even on your daily post. My dear, one thing I've noticed about life is that if you believe in yourself, you will shout. And if you don't shout, why do you want another person to be shouting for you? I don't think it makes sense, right? Okay, so like I said again, make sure that whatever it is that you're going to write will be relevant to any job chat, right, that you have. Now let me tell you one thing, right? Aside from being optimizing your about, right, your job, your JD as well, no, your your experience should have stories as well. Write your story of how you got to become a top in that particular. I think the first person whose experience, you people should check Mr. Jasmine. Let me just call only one name, just in case he what did you call it? Just in case there's the name of this thing, just in case he copyrighted his name or something. I know that's the word for it. There are some names that if you call on any life events, they will just mark copyright for you. And in this YouTube, may God help me, let me not shout too much. Okay, so like I said, check Jasmine's. If you don't know the full name of the Jasmine, or you're asking about the person, ask in the group. Just check his about. In fact, you literally go, it's like storytelling from beginning, like how he started this and this, the story of his resilience, this and this, kewan. Just ensure that you put it there so that everybody can just see you and know that, oh, this person is very passionate about this. So you will not be hoping that it's during interview, that's when you'll be articulating all these things. And guess what, I'll say it again, if you take your time and write your LinkedIn profile in a very excellent way, that's what I was telling you guys yesterday, your mind will already be ready for some questions. So when you go for some of these interviews, like today when I was talking with the person, already the person said we should have a WhatsApp call, so I was not even ready, so I didn't really have much time to prepare myself for a video call. So generally, I told you guys, anxiety usually will come from anytime you don't have you do not prepare properly for any phase. So the person was like, and I knew for a top tier, I didn't even know why I didn't even ask. For a top tier, if you have a client who is paying above $3,500, right, above $10,000, my dear, the person has to see your eyes. So no WhatsApp call meeting. So I'm also probably trying to tell you guys etiquettes as well. So if somebody books a meeting with you, and to also inform what you're going to put in your feature session. So most times we put what's the name, Calendly. I know there's Coachily and a few others, but make sure that you attach it at least back end to Zoom or Google Meet, anyone that you can afford. Google Meet is very cheap. I think it was Mama, our BA Queen, that introduced me to Google Meet. Google Meet is so cheap. Zoom is very expensive, so but make sure that at least you register on one of the platforms so that you can link anybody who clicks on that features. As soon as they book call, they're already getting their meeting link, and it has to be, if it's a top tier, like I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. When you are those kind of systems, make sure that you are prepared for top tier things. Video, he's going to be on a video call. You should have a ready-made presentation. That's what. See, all this is I'm telling you, you will not hear it anywhere else. I've not heard it. I've done events. I've brought all your superstars to my platform, and I'm telling you what is obtainable. Part of the things you need to do also is to prepare a presentation specific for your pitch. You need a sales pitch. This one, I will not ask you for it. It's between you and your God, right? If you like, don't do it. It will also tell how people perceive you. So if it's either you prepare a sales speech, or you be like me who talks about or creates content every day about what I do. So even though today, like I was saying, I was a bit uncomfortable when I came on the live because I was not really ready. There's how I like to look, because you have to look the part as well. So for some of you who you'll be seeing a lot of changes. I even had to make plans for my hair wardrobe. You guys are going to be seeing a lot of funny things. I just want it to be part of my brand, right? So this is me also suggesting some things on the side. Okay, so I was a bit caught off guard, right? So I was a bit uncomfortable, but because every day I talk about what I do. I write content about what I do. In fact, while I was talking, the man, like I told you guys, he had initially wanted me to work with him like 7 years ago. And when I came back again, he was trying to remind me that I said, no, the reason why you booked this call, I don't even want to hear medical anywhere. Most somebody would tell me that you pay me $500 monthly. It might be okay for somebody, but sincerely, at this phase that I'm in, with many things that I've put in my head, like I can't just give up now, right? There is the goal. There is the goal. So for some of you who don't know, you actually have to start living in your reality before your reality matches up. So I have a goal. I've already told myself how much I'm supposed to be making every month with every client, and it's going to determine your systems. And like I said it again, some of these systems are cheap. Calendly, the Calendly app is free of charge, except maybe you want to set up payment system and other things on it. That's when you probably will pay, but it's completely cheap. Zoom, for the first 40 minutes, even Google Meet, both of them is free. So you can tell the person 40 minutes, 20 minutes, you can say 30 minutes session. By the time you're finished your conversation, that's why I said it's always better you prepare a pitch presentation. It's better you prepare a pitch presentation so that by the time you're done talking, literally everything that you wanted to say, you've said it. And when the client is asking questions, normally for you to familiarize yourself with your clients, if I want to give them the first 10 minutes, the first 15 minutes, please tell me about your company and where do you think you'd want me to come in. For me, what I would do, if you notice, most of you who joined this camp, I would rather I'll send out a form. So for some of you, that form that you filled, when I was looking at the back end, I was just laughing. The things that you were writing. So I'm hoping that by the end of, 30 days, with all the knowledge that you've gotten so far, right, you'll be able to go back and do something about those funny things that people wrote for me just because you wanted to submit. So please, if today is your first time, please, even if it's over your head, anything you're hearing now, please just do it to go back to day one. Like I said, today is, if you're a first timer here and it's job hunt that is your challenge, you're right in time. There's no, everything I'm talking about, you need it, right? But if you're a complete newbie, just go back to day one, because like I said, our first 2 weeks we did business. So now we're doing how we can, for me, so I asked the question today in my post. I said business or remote work, but because remote work are mostly contracted, and because of the distance, there's no guarantee, except maybe you get a full-time role remotely. It's different from the average freelancing or remote work. So it means that you need to always be on the top of your game. My advice is always be a content creator while you do your remote work, so that either one, money can come. So for some of you who are still watching and you know that you can do content creating, you can edit videos, you can learn to edit videos, please start your YouTube channel, so that you're not only depending so much on clients. There are some months that you might not have clients. Okay, some months, like for me so far, I've made, let me not talk about it, but I've made like huge sums of money, right? But some season you might not make money directly from what you are doing. So the goal is being able to pivot effortlessly. In fact, yes, so I think that was the conversation my friend was having with me. She was even daring me that I should replicate the results monthly, and that's exactly what I'm going to do now. That's why I'm doing, and she didn't even know that I started. That was the main reason why I started this 30 days challenge, so that now I'm not owing my community anything. The only thing is that I'll probably just do one event in a month, but anybody who needs help, I'll send you down the channel, right? Oh yeah, 30 days. That means every now and then I'll announce the course again. Anybody that can join, at least I've helped people the best way I can, right? Then if I want to organize live classes, that would just be for us as a community, all of us who are built together over, I'm looking at the years, it will now be, we'll just pick people who are already shining bright amongst us to be speakers, to do this, do that. So that's essentially what it is all about. Okay, so I think I've okay, yeah, so even sales navigator is money. So I think that one is 85,000 per month. So you see why your content creation is very important. So I want you to be looking at this. Either you pay for premium 8,500 and not create content. I say 8,500. It's 5,000 plus and not create content. Salesforce, another 85,000 plus. So imagine that every single time, like every single day that you create content, you're actually saving nothing less than almost 200k per month if you create content. And guess what? If you have the traffic, ask all those ladies that have traffic. People meet them to help them market their courses. So I told you guys, part of our coursework as well is affiliate marketing. Once you start having traffic, we will gun down, me and you, all of you, for the virtual assistant, we'll gun down people who have communities and tell them that we can help them market their courses. So, but we don't mind if they will give us at least 50. If you're sure of the person, don't go and sell somebody's course that is a 419 or somebody's course that cannot teach. So you might want to pay attention to that. Okay, so I think so far so good. If we have any other question, if there's any other thing that you probably don't understand, we've already done content creation, value creation, video yes, product creation in the first week. So please, if you still don't know what to give, to offer, if you don't know where to even start, please just go to day one. Start from day one and move from day one down to the end, right? Just go ahead. So today essentially we're able to discuss profile optimization. So I don't know if there's any question that we want to ask. Yes, I wanted to add these tips that I know that I've not heard anybody talk about it before. So another cheat sheet is, you guys know my profile, right? My profile, go to our events. The thing is that you cannot register. If you have registered for all those our events before now, oh, this cheat sheet is making me happy. If you've been registering for all our events before now, you have access to literally all the profiles in that specific niche. So you find out that for a particular event, there was a traffic of a particular niche of people. This one is cheat sheet now. You've not heard it anywhere. Like I said again, the reason why I used to say it is that I've had 80 something events. I hosted 80 something events. I brought all your faves. I did not hear anybody talk about this. Yeah. So this is me saying it again. All those events that we've been having on Phoenix Gates, if you registered for any of them, please go there. It's time for you to look at the demographic. Anyway, that's what I'm gonna do for as soon as I'm done with this our 30 days challenge. I'm sitting down, I'm building my clientele, I'm building my community. So anybody who I'm going to see there is, I'm going to start with their pain points. Then I would remind them of the fact that they've said yes to our event at one point. So you can go on the basis of you both have been registered on this particular event, so you can actually pitch through their mails. Most of the time you have access to all the information of the people who registered with you. So if you're the type that we were begging you then to register, at this point you are going to actively leave money on the table, because you can't register after an event has gone live. So that's now a pitfall for you. There's nothing we can do about it. Then from tomorrow we're going to start our job searching galore. But the challenge I'm having now is that I don't know how much is too much. Like I told you guys, they took down our day 12 posts because we talked a lot. And we talked a lot because me like this, how will I say anything vulgar in a ear? So sorry guys if I'm using Tribe. I think it's high time I use Tribe, because now they monitor all our content as well. So this is me also saying that I don't know how much I shared. What was the specific thing? I've even sent them letters to find out what was the specific thing. I even contested the removal. They said no, it's fine now. That I shared some information that they didn't want, and it was because I was sharing my screen. I was screencasting. So if we're not able to, if it's a need, let me just get our feedbacks in the group, because we've stayed long today. I don't want to keep us longer than that. Give me a feedback in the group. If you're probably joining us for the first time and you're not yet in the group, please let me know. I'll send you the form to fill. If you're part of the team playback and you're going to be watching this afterwards, please let me know so that you can join everybody else. So I would want a feedback based on what you will do on your profile today. If you think you need some specific guidance, just leave it on the group. If you guys are few, we can probably just do like a WhatsApp video call or something, and I will share my screen, because if it's for this one here, these people, so we'll just waste our time only for them to take it down I hope I'm even me saying this taking, it's not a wrong thing, but like I said, in all this, please be a storyteller. I know a lot of us, especially spiritual crop of people, we that are in this spiritual bracket, we are always very good at saying, as in, we've always had the way that emotions are regularized. Especially me, I don't give a hoot, and I've not been given a hoot for the longest. As this whole Christianity thing, I don't carry them for my head for years. So most times I've never been somebody who is depressed. I don't know how to do it. So even people's pain points, I had to sit down and start simulating. In fact, sometimes you see me asking ChatGPT, oh yeah, say this thing the way people that are feeling sad will hear it, because me, I don't. Even story, I don't even like it. That's why most times our life events, I used to go straight to the point. But most people, if you go to their classes, they will tell you story from beginning to end. And guess what? That's what people like. But me, I'm considering time here. I don't want to do that. So I'm still saying it. All of us were learning. So for me, when it comes to even storytelling, I had to learn storytelling by force. Because me, I just feel like, please don't waste my time. Tell me what I need. But unfortunately, that's not. More than 90% of humans don't relate until you touch their pain points. That's why from your headline to your experience, bagam, you should be seen talking about people's stories, how they overcame. People should be able to see themselves in what you do and see their story, their own victory story as well. So if we have any questions, please let us know. Like tomorrow, between tomorrow and next, we'll come up with all those sites. Then I'll also search for affiliate links so that all of us, if we are growing, for those people who want to do affiliate marketing, you can as well just start making money. I'll look for high ticket affiliate marketing, so that and then we'll have to verify it as well, so that it's not that you post one link, then somebody goes and buys the product, and the person now tells you that the product was not delivered. That means you have to vomit the money and I don't know how it works, but I'll get all that link. I'll put that up for us as well, so that I'm just saying the goal is we're active, but we can make money passively, and then we're spreading all across. So please, if you have any questions, I beg you now, type. I be when I don't sleep. You people are now the ones doing silent streaming. I'm sorry if I'm very fast. Come back to the live stream. If I'm very fast, come back to the live stream and watch it again. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I'm seeing some of your conversations in the group. Yes, I'll send the prompt to all of us. So prompts for hooks, I'll also send that one. That's the one I want everybody to have immediately, because it will also, apart from having your content calendar, which already has a topic, you might want the hot spicy hooks. You know, hooks in every season they change, so you would want to keep yourself, you would want to keep. Let me see what is going on. Yes, please ask. Why are you not asking question on the live? Why are most of you typing in the group? Hope I did not mute you guys, because I'm not seeing anything going on here, but people are typing in. Okay, so your photo score. Okay, awesome. So I think I can see Ada's own. Ada's own is 7.4. Okay, compared to your score is 7.4. So the goal is to have at least 8 score. But your percentage is good when analyzed as in relationship with other people. Oh, awesome. And it's very aesthetic. But like I told you guys, that sideways post gives boss, it gives coaching. So maybe I can say depending on your niche now. Let me just add it. That your own is even 8. The way this thing is looking like this. What? That's serious. 96%. But please, for LinkedIn, don't do this. I beg you. Nobody will pay you $10,000 with a phone selfie. Maybe this rate is rating you. Hope you guys are specific with your prompts. Maybe it's rating you for TikTok. This is your profile photo here is for TikTok. Okay, so this is me being very funny, but that's just the truth. So if we don't have any other questions, should I call it a nice type now? Be una don't sleep. Hey God, other people will watch this live later. I'm just saying this. Okay, so in the absence of that, I am going to be calling it a night, and therefore Thank you so much, movers, for showing up. See you tomorrow. Like I said, I'll make sure I'm already late past my curfew now. My husband gave me a curfew, so I'll send all those things tomorrow morning. Okay, so I'm going to be ending the live in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Do have an amazing night. I'm a mover and you are